Alright, I'm back. After having finished both Baldesion Arsenal, and also having gotten everything I need to fully upgrade my weapon. And before we go and do that, let me go and open up my little crafting guide, basically, for the actions, because we're still missing a couple of actions, and I do want to get these, so we can take a gander at stuff. Yes, of course. Let's go ahead and get a couple of these ones opened up. So, 2 of the Breathtaker together is going to create the classic Perception, which you may have seen this in the Baldesion Arsenal run, but this basically reveals traps around you. Let's see. If no traps exist within 15 yalms, detects whether any traps are present within a 36 yalm radius. Only effective within dungeons. So, you can use this as any DPS, really. And you just use this to find the traps in Baldesion Arsenal specifically. Let's see, because then we also have Wisdom of the Elder, which is Ether Weaver, Ordained, and Magic Burst. Ether Weaver, Ordained, and Magic Burst. I don't think I have Ordained. I do have a lot of curatives now, though, after doing some stuff. There we go. So, let's see. Ether Weaver, Ordained, Magic Burst. There we go. And it gives me a Wisdom of the Elder, which increases your magic damage dealt by 35% while reducing magic damage taken by 22% and increasing spell MP cost. Which is pretty dang good. I'm gonna destroy it though, because I don't care about it. Okay. Then next up we have Wisdom of the Fiend Hunter, which is Featherfoot, Spirit Dart, and Eagle Eye Shot. Featherfoot, sorry. Spirit Dart. Don't have Spirit Dart. I get it from Inimical. Inimical. There we go. So, Featherfoot, Spirit Dart, and then last but not least, Eagle Eye Shot. Which increases your physical damage dealt by 25% and evasion by 25% also, which is only for physical range. Do not care to hold on to it, though. And then we have Wisdom of the Indomitable, which is Plate Bear, Incense, and Double Edge. Plate Bear, Incense, and Double Edge. Which reduces damage taken by 64%, and also grants 1 stack of HP boost each time damage equal to or greater than half of your maximum HP is taken from a single target attack. So you can basically increase your max HP by a buttload by either running into traps, like they did in Baldesion Arsenal, where they ran into traps and specifically took the amount of damage. There's also another action, I think it's Rampage? Let's see. There was one of them like that. Catastrophe, there we go. Catastrophe basically kills you. So you can use Catastrophe together with Wisdom of the Indomitable, and that is going to allow you to basically get some stacks, because you're going to take a lot of damage from that one. Anyway, that's something you can do if you're thinking of doing like some higher level tank plays. I don't personally care too much about that, so I'm way too scared to do that, is basically what it comes down to. Anyway, now we're going to need an Esuna, a Raise, and a Magic Burst. And this is going to create an action that's going to be necessary for some BA runs. Like, a lot of these actions, these final ones, are purely for Baldesion Arsenal runs for the most part. Anyway, restores all of a KO'd target's HP, but cannot be executed if currently afflicted with a sacrifice. It also inflicts sacrifice on self. When effect expires, you will be KO'd. So you basically sacrifice yourself to bring somebody else alive. So the way that they would use this is they would do sacrifice and then hope that their spirited or remembered, there's 70% chance to get revived after dying with proc. And when we, in my run of the day of Baldesion Arsenal, we had the fun little situation where we had like 5 or 6 people trying to res them, and none of them got their freaking 70% proc, which was ridiculous. Oh, how good to see you again, madam. You'll be happy to know that your keen interest in the Logos manipulators inspired Master Geralt to further investigate the potential of mnemonic transference. In fact, the last time I spoke with him, he appeared to be teetering on the cusp of yet another breakthrough. So lying in a bed, are you? Like a bad bloody smell you can't quite get out of your drawers. Excuse me? It's something else, lads. I'm only teasing. My latest discovery will put a smile back on your face, eh? Your efforts bore fruit then? Now I have found a way to augment armor using the raw materials here in Hiratos. Thing is though, I've got enough on my plate just dealing with the weaponry. I found out the designs to the artisan over yonder, so if you want to fiddle with pauldrons and whatnot, he's the bloke to see. Gotta say, I do enjoy digging into these new frontiers. It's a damn sight more interesting than mending kettles. And there you have it. May this new method of armor augmentation serve you as well as the Logos Manipulator. Eureka armor augmentation is now available from the Expedition Artisan at Central Port. You have something else to say? A moment, madam. There have been some developments that I wish to share with you. You see, I have devised a method to further augment Master Gerald's armor by imbuing the pieces with elemental power. I have already taken the liberty of instructing the artisan in the method. If you but bring him the requisite materials, he will undertake augmenting for you. Blah. So, Eureka Armor +1 augmentation now available from the something. So, the way that this works is you can get the, or you need to get the armor from Pyros if you want to even attempt this. But you can augment it to its next level, which is going to allow it to have something pretty dang cool. Which you may have already noticed. As you can see, the armor gets pretty dang shiny. This is a very, very popular armor set. Both the tank version and the maiming one, the other one, are pretty dang popular. You can dye them, and unfortunately it doesn't really do much for the colors. It does like make this gradient have a different color. You will always have like the white color happening, so that's a little bit unfortunate about it. I kind of wish they would change, but oh well, this is already quite something to begin with. Right, and then we have the elemental set of maiming, which is of course the same set. However, this time it has this green sheen to it, which really reminds me of Xenoblade Chronicles 2, which is, you know, never a bad thing, at least for me. And then we have the striking stuff. So from this point onward, stuff starts to get a little bit more like eh, at least in my humble opinion. So like the stuff that becomes shiny are these bits over here and the feather on the hat. What else is there? There's aiming and scouting, but like all of these are the same, really. And then we have the casting gear, or casting / healing gear. Anyway. And then we have these ones where these lines will be lit up. But yeah, the maiming and fending armor are the best ones. You can also further augment your Eureka armor. If you give the Eureka fragments, which you get from Baldesion Arsenal, you can add the Eureka elemental bonus stats to it. The stuff that you would already have from this one, for instance. Which will make a heckin' amount of difference. It makes one hell of a difference having this entire set. But I have literally no reason to get it, because this is the only... Like, I'm done with Eureka after I'm done with finishing these final things up. Ah, there's yours. What do we got for me this time? Augment my weapon. Augment my gun. I really hope that I didn't miscount or something, because that would be a sad state of affairs. Wait, and sit down and I'll get started. Clank, clank, clank. Some fine damn work. Yeah, it just says the same stuff. Give it a Pyro's handgun. Rest of years, there's still room for improvement, provided I've got the right materials to work with. So see if you can run them up, eh? Right, next one, please. There we go. And then we just get the Hydotos handgun +1. And now is where we're actually going to get a change in this thing. It's done. Your weapon had a deep draft of the pyro Hedatus. Hedatus. I give you Molfrith. We're getting real close, lass. Just one more time working on this weapon, and I reckon I can make her the best you can be. If you like the sound of that, get back out there and round up some more materials. Yes. I mean, I already have what I need, so, you know. Augment. And for this you need 100 crystals and the 5 scales that you get from the big boy. And that should finally finish my grind in Eureka. We still have to go and check out the story that I unlocked after BA. But this, in my opinion, is one of, if not the best looking weapons that you can get in Eureka. Sounds I've birthed from a bleeding masterpiece. I've birthed forth a bleeding masterpiece. The weapon's just finally complete. I give you a Molfrith Eureka. Why? Amazing, ain't she? Fit for a bleeding god, but then again, I'm a god amongst weaponsmith. Master Charles. Geralt. A letter right for you with the latest shipment. It's from Mr. Sirwada. From Red Harpy? Else could this be about? Are my eyes playing tricks? It says that all my debts have been repaid in full. You finally did it. Congratulations. At long last, a free man. Makes my head spin just to imagine the possibilities. There's a piece of paper stuck behind. An invoice to the tune of... What in the actual swiving hells? This is as much as the debt I just settled. But by the 12, what could you have possibly purchased? A grog, plain old grog. I'd spare time in my hand, so I asked for a crate to be sent over. And be, as this island's remote, but a 100-fold markup on the market price? It's a goddamn joke. Guess we won't be leaving the island anytime soon. No. Rip. Well, back to the ground with us. I don't mean you too, lass. I need you to keep bringing me materials. Now, we were talking about your weapons. As such, it's complete. Ain't nothing more I can do for her. Also for yours to wield her like she's meant to be wielded. If you understand this, what are you waiting for? Get back out there and raise hells. You can now imbue your complete Eureka weapon with additional properties at the Nimburg station found in Forbidden Land Eureka Pyros. And there's also, you know, an extra little thing you can do to it, but I found something called a Eureka fragment up in the Baldesion arsenal. It's potent stuff, that is. With it I can imbue your weapon with elemental power. Kind of too much of that here. So there you go. You can also use Eureka fragments to further strengthen your weapon. So, but I do not care about that. I don't even have enough of that, I think. So, I just do not care at all. Just zero fucks, nothing. There's nothing that you can make me do to fucking stay here longer than I've already been. I'm so sorry. Like, it's really weird though, because like I've really been enjoying my time at Eureka, because I've actually been, instead of being a solo gamer, I've actually been like hanging out with people and it's fun. Man, I don't want to. I'm so tired of this place after like everything that I've done before. And even now, like definitely Hydatos took a long time. I'm already just like really, like outside of being happy kind of that I'm done with Eureka, I am really, really happy that I'm, wait a moment. Can I like send this man a tell? Not like that. Anyway, I'm just really happy that I'm done with this place. And then I'm done with like Baldesion Arsenal too. It just terrifies me so much. Like even when I was doing it today, I've done it 9 times before already. I think maybe 10. I don't even remember. In any case, I did it a lot before, so I kind of knew what to expect. But still, it's terrifying in there. Just the idea of just making like one mistake and you like, especially at the end, like you make a mistake and you're out of the instance. Like it's not even that you just die. You just get out, like you just get yeeted out of the instance. There's nothing left for you. You just die. Like it just The fact that it also takes, like, it took me 2 hours to do that, like with all the waiting in between and all the preparation before. Like in general, it took me 2 hours. So like all the prep work and everything needs to be done. Then you just, if you then just die at the end, it's just, oh, it's a nightmare, man. It's a fucking nightmare. Right. Let's go into the headquarters. We're not done yet, though. We're like, this episode's already quite long, but it's gonna be even longer. Because I want to finish everything that has to do with Eureka in this episode. I am not stopping this episode until we have done all of that. Hello. So you've done it. Destroyed all of Eureka's unholy creations. Excellent work, then. What brings us here? In short, we have a plan. An idea occurred to me at the Waking Sands, you see, and I had returned to the Isle to discuss it with Ajika. While promising, it was contingent upon the success of your mission. I am pleased to see that you didn't squander my efforts to send you to the upper level. So it is as we had deduced. The weapons had gained sentience owing to their awakening as primals. Tell me, adventurer, if Eureka were destroyed, what do you suppose would become of its ether? To spare you Ajika's riddling, ordinarily it would return to the ethereal realm, but it's not the case when the weapons are near. Nay, being primals in essence, they would be quick to absorb such untethered ether. Aye, and thus were the weapons an impediment to the plan. I had conceived of a number of methods to defeat Eureka without the need to sacrifice my life. The most promising of these involves the use of teleportation. In a moment before Eureka drains me of all my ether, I would retreat into the livestream to safely emerge after the primal's demise. However, all it takes is one of Eureka's voracious weapons to cause the plan to go awry. For even should its maker cease to exist, there is a high probability that it would consume my ether ere I can make good my escape. Unless you wonder, my idea was based on Yustoda's use of flow to flee to the livestream. I put it to Ajika, but of course he had already considered it and explained to me this caveat. But thanks to your adventure, the weapons are no more. Now it remains to hinder the execution of the plan. Indeed, we may now defeat Eureka while ensuring Ajika's safety. I shall stand at the ready to deal with the unforeseen. Well, I suppose your assistance would be better than none at all. I am in your hands, Squirrel. May actually be another cutscene. Yes. Phew, the risk was small. I couldn't help but feel nervous. Well, now that we are in agreement, I must say I'm a little tired. Let's return to camp then. I dare say you've earned a good rest. We will go on ahead. Come and see us after you've made your own way back. Do I have return? Yes, I do. Yes, I dang diggly dick. Yes, can I please take you? Try to right click her multiple times, didn't work. It was a long and arduous road, for you not least of all. We finally did it. We defeated Eureka. It should be told, I did not expect that you could rally so many comrades and destroy all of the weapons. You're a paragon of your kind, adventure. Should the opportunity arise, I shall look forward to depending on you again. Well, I do not rightly recall a time when Ajika admitted to depending on anyone. You may consider that an honor, Lyn. Now then, as much as I'd like to linger and save our success, I do have other responsibilities. I shall be on my way. Thank you, my friend, for everything. Take care, Jika. You too, Cryo. Allow me to thank you as well. None of this would have been possible without you. Should your path ever lead you back to this isle, know that you will always be welcome here. I'd better be after all the effort I put into this. Christ almighty. Terrifying. And we just get a nice little fin. Or fin. I could just say fin. We get a nice fin. Really making the most of it, does. Right, so having that be done, we now have ourselves one final thing to do, which is open up the treasure chest and see what goodies you can actually get from this island, because we have not really seen that. Right, apron lockbox. I have one moisture warped lockbox, because for some kind of a reason that's a thing. And 293 of the other ones, so goes to show like how much fucking stuff I had to do. To get leveled is one of them, and to also get all of the crystals I would need. Hidatos is really like a slow grind. An unfortunate, like really slow grind. I really wish it wasn't that slow. But at the same time, I think like part of it is probably because they wanted to, like back when it was released, they wanted it to be a lot more crowded, so people like last longer basically in there because of BA, and like impromptu BA runs would be happening back then too, because everybody would just be in Eureka. So I think that's probably the philosophy behind the final island's low crystal drop rate, and I feel like they should probably change that at this point, because they must be aware that, you know, people like actually just go into Discord servers and make groups that way to go into Baldesion Arsenal. Would just be like a nice little thing to help people like catch up. They've already done that with the XP stuff, I suppose, but I feel like the amount of crystals you need, like especially on Hidatos, I feel like Hidatos is like the worst offender of that. The rest of the islands are pretty dang fine on like the amount of crystals you get per fate. Pagos is its like annoying protein crystal system, but well, there's also like ways to work around that, I suppose. In general, they could have made a lot of this like a lot easier, but I guess that would take away from the challenge too. Some people really enjoy this kind of challenge and grind. I think I would too if I was doing it on current content. Because then I would actually have like enough time to get all of them, like a certain level, depending on like which patch thing. Like it would just give me something to do basically. Right. So another thing that when doing Baldesion Arsenal, there's a couple of things you can get in there in general. I'm gonna show them off in a minute. But the things that I in any case managed to get was the Damascene cloth, which is what you use to make the what's it called? You use it in any case to make the caster variant of this thing over here. So just like Eureka armor. The Cryptic Seal is the one you use for literally the one that I'm wearing. And Eureka fragments you can use to give your Eureka weapons or gear Eureka stats. However, I do not care. I do not need it. I also got some music scrolls. I got a couple more logos. So like basically, the things that I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna like continuously put this on the market board. Same with this one over here. I'm just gonna sell all the material because it's useless. This is something I'm gonna sell on the market board. These things I'm just gonna sell normally because they are not worth anything. Same with this thing, I'm also going to put it on the market board. I'm going to sell all of my logograms slowly but surely. And anything else I can get from this. From the things that I have. If it's worth any money at all, that is. Anyway, let's go back over to our nice little wiki. Get a flashbang. Because it's white. There's probably like a dark mode, but whatever. It's time to wake everybody up, including myself, considering the amount of, the fact that it's past midnight. Whatever, I wanted this to end today. It just needed to end today. Anyway, bronze chest, same 10k gil, same materials. You can get inimical, protective, and curative logograms from bronze ones on this island, which is really good. It's really nice because protective and curatives are ridiculously expensive. Anyway, silver gives you more materials and also aethertide flasks. Aethertide flask, you can give that to the alchemist and they can basically increase the amount of logos action slots that you can have. Basically, over here, the plates can expand to the maximum number of logos action plates from 3 up to a total of 6. And then you also get mitigative, which is guaranteed, which I don't remember it being that expensive. Ethereally conductive plate. I think this is something you use to make something, which allows you to enter the blue portals, but people don't really use the blue portals anymore, so it's kind of pointless. If you get a golden chest, more material, because it's everywhere, 10k, 100k gil. You can also get the Absolute Lance and Pentacelia's Lance. So the Absolute Lance is the lance from Absolute Justice. Is it Absolute Justice? Absolute Virtue, sorry. The Brute Justice, PTSD. And then Pentacelia's Spear is, of course, the one from Penny from Pyros. You can also get a Eurekan Petrel, which is a nice little fish boy. And then also offensive logograms and all the jazz. And then we have some more freaking information that I don't really need. Oh, over here, nice. I already have some stuff about Baldesion Arsenal down here, so I don't have to open up a specific thing for that. Anyway, normal Hydatos lockboxes can give you Gaze of Paradise, Pious Chronometer, Simple Treehouse, Shantoto's Staff, a Yukinko Snowflake, which is an amazing fucking minion, and just the usual stuff that you can get from that. And then we have the Moisture Warped lockboxes, which have a higher chance to give you the Yukinko Snowflake, Shali, and Ether Oil, which I think what is this used for? No, it's used for the, yeah, there we go, the Etheric Stabilizer. So you need Ethereally Conductive Plate, Hydatos Cluster, and this one over here for you to enter the portals when they're blue. But it's really pointless. Also tactical logograms, Fist Pump, and just the usual stuff. Now, in Baldesion Arsenal itself, you can get the Eureka Fragments, the Cryptic Seals, or Damascene Cloth for the armor stuffs. You can also get a conditional virtue minion, which is pretty funny. We've got an achievement once we beat Baldesion Arsenal, which allows us to have the Demi-Osma mount, which is an amazing freaking mount. Obscure logograms and turmoil, or Castian Scroll. And that is it, my friends. That is it for Eureka. Let's go into my achievement list, and let's go and claim my beautiful Demi-Osma, which I'm going to go and show off right now because I fucking love this thing. And I want you guys to look at it, to look at its majesty, and then really go and get one for yourself because, man, it is such a cool mount. Give me a moment, I'm just going through my list of it. Right. And get Demi-Osma. Nice little, just Ozma. This is like one of the first mounts that I saw in the game. It's like, man, I want that. Little did I know the amount of effort you would need to get it. So, if you're on the floor, you're the nice little circle. It has such a cool freaking animation. When you start flying, you're the cube. And here comes the even better part. When you're underwater, it changes again into a triangle. So there you go, my friends. With that, I sincerely hope that you enjoyed this episode of the Ladera Lounge, where we played more Final Fantasy XIV and finished off the entirety of Eureka, which took me, I would say, about a week's worth of work. So, what does this even look like? Is this actually good looking? Is this only for thaumaturges? Yeah. I mean, it's not bad. Not amazing, but not bad either. Anyway, my friends, hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next episode, where I'm still gonna have to actually think about what the fuck I'm gonna do next, because I don't know. Goodbye.